Hi everyone, it's Debbie from Readings with Debbie. Hope you are doing well. So I felt guided to do a reading today with a business astrology theme. There's so much going on astrologically, well, all the time usually really, but especially right now if you're watching this in March 2025, eclipse season, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, retrogrades, Mercury retrograde, all sorts of things happening. So I just wanted to use some astrology decks that I've got to get some guidance to navigate this period of time when it comes to business and see what comes out. As always, I really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel if you would like regular business guidance, and also like and comment on the video if it resonates for you as well. So first of all, I'm going to use my own deck, the Business Oracle for Female Entrepreneurs, just to see what comes out of that. There is an astrology card in the deck, so it would be interesting to see if that jumps out. But let's get started with our first three cards. Okay, so we have got accountability partner, we have got journaling and public speaking. So we've got two self-development cards and one spirituality card. My deck, I designed it to be like a business coach in your pocket to help you if you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck in business. There's 5 different sections: self-development, marketing, money, spirituality, and self-care. So I tried to cover the main business areas. And yeah, so based on what's come out of my deck, I feel like there is an emphasis on self-development. If you're watching this video at this time, this is a timeless reading, so it will apply to whenever you're watching it as well. So accountability partner actually came out in my own reading today. So it might be that you're just feeling lack of motivation, that you are struggling a bit with your mindset if you're watching this right now. And so this card coming out is just a little bit of a nudge to find an accountability partner, somebody who you can check in with every week. This could be in person or online, just to keep you on track. You could already have an accountability partner, but things have fallen by the wayside a bit. You've got too busy. And this is just a nudge to get back in touch with that person and set up regular meetings to keep you both on track. You can have a selection of people to help you stay on track with your business. It doesn't need to just be one person. You could have an accountability partner that helps you stay on track with marketing, or you could have somebody who is really good around the financials as well. So you could have a number, you don't just need to have one. But yeah, there's something here about you maybe feeling a bit lost right now or struggling to get things done, maybe procrastinating. So it's definitely time to get back in touch with somebody who can hold you accountable, or find somebody new who can help you with that. Next, we've got journaling. So I think journaling is so important. Doesn't matter whether you have a business or not, but it's such a great way of getting your feelings down on paper, of getting things out, of being able to process what's going on, and to help us to shift our mindset as well, or understand why we're feeling a certain way or we're struggling. So there's just a little bit of a nudge here at this time to start a daily journaling practice. This could be something that you've done in the past, but it could have fallen by the wayside as well. It's really easy to get into journaling and do it for a week and then get distracted and kind of stop doing it. But I find it really helpful if you can maybe commit to it for something like a month, and then every week you can look back and look to see if there's any patterns coming out in what you're writing about. You could get yourself a really nice new notebook and a pen just to make it a little bit of a ritual. You can journal in the morning, or you can journal at night. You don't need to have a set time for it. That can actually help you to stick with it if you're not forcing yourself to do it as soon as you wake up. It could be something that you do last thing at night to process what's gone on during the day. If you're new to journaling, I recommend the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, which is like the Bible on journaling for creativity as well, which can really help you to go really deep with your journaling practice as well. And then finally from my deck, we've got public speaking. Okay, so it might be at this time that you're not really feeling putting yourself out there or being visible, and that's fine. But there's nothing to stop you organizing, maybe speaking at some events. If this is new to you, this could just be like a small networking events to get started, just to get your confidence. But there is something here energetically about you getting more visible with your business and laying the groundwork for doing that. And that could be setting up dates for the rest of the year to start being more visible, to be in the spotlight. You could look for opportunities in your region. You could look for online opportunities to speak with online groups. Or if you're feeling confident, look to speak on bigger stages as well. A really easy way to get guidance on how to do public speaking is to watch TED Talks on YouTube, and that will give you lots of tips and advice on how to structure a talk, how to make it interesting and interactive and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm loving 2 self-development cards right now, because you might not feel like being massively visible at the minute. The journaling card is more about going inwards, but I do feel like the accountability partner is going to get you back on track again if you're feeling like you've gone completely off track. And all this is about is maybe just thinking about getting some dates in the diary to put your business in front of people, even if that feels like a bit of a stretch right now. So I really hope they resonated. So next I'm going to be using a business astrology oracle, and we're going to see what comes out of this. Okay, so we have got Gemini, Sacred Messenger, and we have got Descendant, Soul Clients, and Mentors. And it's really interesting that these cards very much are the same colour palette, because that isn't the case with the whole deck. There's lots of different colours going on. So we've got this very kind of grounded, earthy colour palette going on for both of these cards. So the Gemini card, Sacred Messenger. Gemini energy is very social. There's connector energy here, and it's a curious energy. And this card is telling you, if you're watching this, that you are a sacred messenger and you receive clarity and connection from engagement with others. It could have been that you've been hiding yourself away a bit recently, that you've got a little bit isolated. And what this card is saying is that you actually receive clarity by spending time with other people, and that lifts your vibration, lifts your spirit, and actually helps you to get moving. So if you have been isolating yourself a bit, now is the time to just try and maybe go to some networking events to get yourself out there a bit, because being around other people in business and their energy is going to lift you up. I like the fact that this is on accountability partner as well, because I feel like the person that you choose to hold you accountable is going to help you to get clarity and give you that connection that you're looking for as well. When we connect and engage with others, that helps us to refine and reflect on our message. Okay, so if you've been struggling with your message, with how to put yourself out there, then instead of trying to figure that out yourself, by spending time around other people and getting involved in community, that is really going to help you in terms of getting your message clear as well, maybe getting feedback on how to refine your message and put that out there too. There's definitely a message here around curiosity. Instead of hiding away from the world, opening up to the world and being more curious about things. And there's also some energy here around how can you embrace more play in your business? How can you bring more fun into it, switch the energy up if you are feeling lacking in motivation right now? This could be something that you do with your accountability partner, kind of like gamify business, like have some competitions, that kind of thing. or arrange to do cool, fun stuff together when you meet up. That could be really inspiring for you and help you to get your creative juices flowing. Oh yeah, this is all about getting curious, and that's going to help you to share your message with the world. So if that's been something you're struggling with, you're like procrastinating about putting yourself out there, about sharing your message, then spending time around other people is really going to shift that energy and help you to put yourself out there. It's almost like it's like healing your throat chakra so you can start to spread your message. I feel like right now it could be a bit closed down if you are feeling isolated, but slowly putting yourself around other people at this point is really going to help you. Then we have this card Descendant, which is all about soul clients and mentors, and we have this picture of all these people on the cards here depicting that. This card is all about relationships, partnerships, and soul clients. So it's talking about sharing your superpowers with those who need them and listening to the right people. I feel like this is connected in with accountability partner. This could be a mentor. And I feel like this person could unlock quite a lot for you at this time. The Descendant in business astrology is all about your soul clients, the people that you are meant to serve with your business. And they need what you're offering. They need your help and support, your unique offering, the unique way that you do things. I feel like this is linked in with you being a sacred messenger as well. Your message is going to help so many people. And right now, I think that if you're watching this video, you could be feeling blocked around that. And it's also just talking about the fact that mentors, these teachers that will be able to help you right now, they could have very different skill set to you. They could be much better at the things that you struggle with and vice versa, that you could help them with. So it often is good to partner up with somebody who is has a very different skill set to you to help you with the things that you might be having issues with. It's also asking you right now if you are feeling out of alignment with mentors, accountability partners, or even if you're feeling out of alignment with your clients. Really reflect on that right now. Like, make sure that everybody you're working with at the minute is lighting you up. You'll know this because there'll be lots of breakthroughs and aha moments and so much spark in the energy of the connections. And if that's not happening, if there's something missing, then really reflect on, whether it's time to let go of some of these connections. A lot of us, we really, it's a challenge to get clients that are really aligned with us. Often we have to work with people that we're not completely in alignment with to get to the point where we find people who are. So it could be at this time that there could be clients that you feel like it's time to stop working with, and don't be scared to do that. You are in charge. You can decide if the energy of that connection is no longer working for you. It's quite brave as well to do that, because it's so easy for us to keep going with clients, obviously to get paid, but is it actually working? The connection, is that working for you anymore? So there's definitely something to reflect on here about who you're meant to serve or who can best help you. So soul clients and mentors. I feel like this is linked into journaling, and I feel like if you journal on this, you will get lots of clarity at this time. And the affirmation with this card is, I call my true soul clients and mentors to me and my business. So there is kind of an energy of maybe having a clear out of mentors, of clients, but that is really supported at this time. I just want to say, I think I've forgotten to mention, but if you haven't done this already, it's a really good idea to do a business chart for yourself. A lot of us have our birth charts done, our astrology birth chart, but you can also do a chart for your business and use a key date in your business to create the chart, like the day you registered your business or when you got your first client. And by doing that, you're going to get so much information about how you work best in business, what you're here to do in business, best times to launch, when to rest, all of that side of things. And if you're interested in having a business astrology reading, I can definitely help you with that. And I've put the details below for the different business astrology readings that I do. I really recommend people get a reading as early as possible in their business, because then it saves a lot of problems down the line, because it helps you to get very clear on what you're here to offer and how you should be offering it as well. So that is our guidance from the business astrology deck. So next, I just wanted to get some moon manifestation cards. We have full moon in Aries, cool your emotions, and first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being, which I love the fact that that's on the public speaking card. And I like that this emotions card is on journaling, because journaling is a great way for us to work through our emotions as well. So it could be that at this time that you are feeling very emotional, and that would be completely normal. You know, especially if you're watching this in March 2025, when there is so much astrologically going on. There's some energy here around feeling angry, or maybe the energy of arguments, feeling argumentative. And if that's going on, it's definitely going to help you to cool your emotions at this time. Anger can spur us on to do things, but we can get better results if we master our emotions. If you're on a spiritual path, if you're highly sensitive, then you're probably going to have intense feelings. And there's no point denying that if that is what goes on with you, because this blocks your manifestations. And it's really important at this time to work through your feelings by forgiving yourself, forgiving others around you. And I feel like journaling is going to be an amazing, easy way to do that for you. It could be that, you know, things have felt very difficult recently. It's felt like an uphill struggle. It feels like you're wading through treacle. You feel like you've done so much work and you're not getting much return on investment. And that can get very frustrating. That can make us angry, okay? So this could also be a good thing to talk through with your mentor or accountability partner as well, just to get your emotions in control. Because if we get into that negative mindset, that's obviously going to block our manifestations as well. And one thing you can do to help with this, if you're feeling very emotional, if you're feeling negative emotions right now, is that you can call in Athena, the warrior goddess, to give you the courage you need to work through your emotions. Ask Athena to surround you with her energy so you can transmute anger into healthy anger and even love, including dramas with others. You can also use Angelica essential oil to help you to work through feelings of anger. Also, anything that's going to calm you down, like lavender, chamomile, those essential oils. I feel like aromatherapy can also really help at this time. And then first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. I love that this is on the public speaking card. We've got a repetition of the word speak there. Throat chakra, putting your voice out into the world. I'm loving also these purple flowers. It's very much a spring energy happening there. New beginnings, you know, the seeds blossoming that you've planted maybe months ago as well. And this is just asking you to really think about what you want and just be really honest with yourself about whether you believe you can create it. Do you believe you have what it takes, or are you doubting yourself or preparing yourself for failure? It's so easy to get into that mindset, isn't it? And this card is just asking you to believe in your magic, okay? It's all about manifestation, speaking your world into being. So just really challenging those negative thoughts, that negative mindset that might be going on right now, which is justified if things have been really difficult for you recently. It's so hard to stay positive when you've had challenge upon challenge. And again, it's on the journaling card. So I feel like it's working through those mindset issues when you're journaling. There's something here around affirmations as well, and using affirmations maybe in your journaling just to really help you to shift your mindset up. There's an app called I Am, which sends you affirmations all day on lots of different topics. You can set it to business, and I find that really helps me if I am feeling negative or you know, frustrated. It helps to shift my mood, so that could be something that you use. And it's asking you to ask your soul to speak to you. Listen to your heart and not your mind. You could do journaling and just sit with the pen and just ask for guidance to come through, for information to come through, instead of like forcing anything, or, you know, that's called free writing. So that could be something that's really helpful right now. So we've also got the throat chakra symbol here. And I'm not surprised that it's landing on the public speaking card. This is all about expressing yourself. What words are you speaking to yourself and others? Making sure that they're positive words. And one way to really help to open up the throat chakra is imagining yourself in a column of sky blue light, calling in the Gemini constellation and saying these words. Energies of the first quarter moon in Gemini, thank you for helping me to raise my thoughts and raise my vibration. Okay, so yeah, these Moonology cards, it's very much, you know, about maybe getting pulled into anger, frustration, these negative mindsets. And I know that I've definitely been in that place recently, but just doing the things that you need to do to challenge the negative mindsets, using journaling to really help you with that. Accountability partner can help you work through that as well. And really believing in what you have to offer. You've got so much magic to offer. You're here for a reason. You know, what you have been guided to create is worth creating. It could be that you're just having to be very patient and just working through any last bits of healing that you need to do before you go to the next level, which usually happens. You know, we don't often up level if we haven't done the healing work to go to that level and be able to hold that energy. Okay, so this is all making a lot of sense so far. Next, we're going to go to the Stellar Visions Oracle. We actually had two cards jump out, so I'm going to take them. They're really huge cards, these cards, so I was just working out where to put them on the table. But we've got Mercury, communication, and we've got Aries, trailblazing as well. So, you know, we've got Mercury, Gemini, message, sacred messenger, communication card. And we've got this trailblazing Aries energy as well. It goes with the full moon in Aries there. So let's see what these cards are about. So we've got Mercury. The general themes of this card are play the messenger, play the sacred messenger, use your voice as well. I love the synchronicity here. So this is all about focusing upon an important message that you have for people at this time. And it's about refining it and then sharing it with others. Exactly what was said about the Gemini sacred messenger card. And refining your message by being around others, maybe by, you know, refining it with your accountability partner, with your clients, you know, testing out your message with them, whether it resonates, you know, asking them for feedback on something that you want to share right now as well, just to make sure that you get the messaging right. The Mercury card in this instance is talking about the fact that it's a powerful time to build bridges, connecting people to sources of information or with each other. It's also asking you to schedule an important conversation that you've been considering. And this could be key for getting the inspiration that you've been looking for. And I feel like this could be with a mentor or an accountability partner. It's on that card. There's some sort of meeting that you've been thinking about, and just go ahead and schedule that, because I feel like it's going to really help you to make big shifts. It's also talking about listening to your heart as well, and not just your head at this time. Don't rely solely on your mind to make decisions right now. Really tune into yourself, tune into your intuition, because if you're taking an approach that's too rational at this time, it could crowd out the wisdom that's inside you, your intuition, which is actually needed for your message that needs to get out there. It needs to come from your intuition, from your heart, and not just your head. Mercury is associated with communication, bridges, and the gathering and sharing of information. Where Mercury is in our birth chart highlights our communication style and what we're interested in learning more about. Mercury is always in the same sign as your sun sign or the one preceding or following it as well. And as you might know, it goes retrograde 3 times a year. When I'm doing this reading, Mercury is in retrograde, and it's a time when we're called to review our approach to and our style of communication. So I feel like it's no surprise this has come out at this time that I'm doing this reading. Mercury retrograde, often when we know it's coming up, we can get scared by it. We can just want to retreat. But it is all about reviewing and refining what we're doing. And this could just be reviewing and refining how we communicate, how we get our message out there. It could be that it's time to use different platforms. It could be time to work with somebody who can help you to get your message out. Communication specialist, social media specialist, that kind of thing. Yes, so these two cards together, this is making sense, and it's a repeated message. We've got trailblazing Aries. Okay, that Aries energy, that motivated, fast-paced leader energy coming up here for us as well. So the Aries energy is all about being a pioneer, being brave, putting yourself out there. No surprise that it's on the public speaking card. Sorry that that's hidden, and in this other card about speaking your world into being. So if you're watching this, it's really time to take a risk and start something new right now. And you could have been feeling that you might be being redirected in your business. It may well be that something that you've been trying to make work, it's just time to leave it and try something else, and just follow your intuition about that if you feel like it's time to move on or to pivot in your business. It's important that you don't overthink at this time and you just go with your intuition and your instinct. But this is definitely about you stepping up to be the leader that you were born to be, being a pioneer, being the first at doing something even at this time. You know, you could be completely doing something different, and that could be why it's felt like you were maybe speaking to a void, because maybe people weren't ready for it, but they are going to be ready for it if you keep putting your message out there that's so needed right now. Talking about embracing your competitive spirit, which is going to keep you going and push you over the finish line. Very much focus on the now and what's happening in the moment. Try not to keep looking back. This is going to help you to get clarity moving forward. And just be careful about getting pulled into too much impatience, because that can chuck you off course. So this is very much a forward motion card. And if you are feeling those intense emotions, it's talking about moving your body to help you release pent-up tension at this time. So exercise, walking, running, just any way of moving your body to release that pent-up energy. Also, if you have got so many plans in place, but other responsibilities and demands have been pulling you back from pursuing your goals, then it's important right now to communicate, you know, with this person or people, how you're feeling and how you need more time and space to get things done that you need to do. And that can be difficult to have those kind of conversations, but it's so important for you to do that right now, to free up time for you to spend time on getting your message out there, on getting your work out there as well. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Its symbol, the ram, represents strength and the ability to face life head on. It's all about activity, being self-starting. There's that competitive energy there as well. Passion, courage, and very much about bravery. And the reflection question of this card is, what do I want to champion? Okay, so this is tied in with your pioneering spirit, what your business is here to do. So it's very much asking you to step into that energy at this time. And I just love that this has come out because, you know, if you have been feeling lost or feeling like quitting or giving up, then I feel like this is definitely here to help us to switch that mindset and to remember that you are a pioneer, you are trailblazing. Do not give up on your dream at this time. Okay, so next I want to get a couple of Astro alignment cards. These are round cards. Okay. We've got third quarter moon, breakdown, readjustment, forgiveness. We've got the sixth house, work, service, and health. So the third quarter moon card, it's talking about a phase of readjustment as you realign, get back into alignment with your goals, your passions. So that could be what's been going on, okay? If things have been difficult, if things have felt like wading through treacle, it's just this transition readjustment period. When there's a third quarter moon, the moon is at a 90-degree angle to the sun and the earth, half illuminated and half in shadow. The sun and the moon make an astrological square, creating tension with their hard angles. And the third quarter moon is all about subconscious narratives coming to the surface for you to face, confront, and release. Which, you know, we talked about these difficult emotions coming up for healing, so this makes sense and is a repeated message. Awareness of your patterns can direct you to make long-lasting change, breaking down for a breakthrough. So I'm sorry that this card is hidden, but I do feel like journaling right now is going to just help you through these difficult emotions so much. So, and give you awareness of your patterns when you reflect and look back on your journal entries over the course of a few weeks as well. So it could actually feel like you're having some sort of breakdown right now. You know, that could be how it feels, and it's not a very nice feeling, but I feel like this is a really good opportunity to make this long-lasting change. Having this big breakthrough kind of gives me a Tower card in the tarot energy as well. There's forgiveness mentioned here, which was also mentioned in a previous card. So forgiving yourself for maybe struggling recently, forgiving other people, for maybe creating challenges in terms of what you're here to do as well. Then we've got the sixth house card, which rules service, work, and the habits that make up your everyday life. And it's very much about balance to lead a healthy lifestyle that works for you. In astrology, we look at the sixth house to see if our daily actions align with the qualities we want to embody. And if they don't, then we can decide if change is needed as well. The sixth house covers health, your mental, physical, and spiritual well-being, and defines your ability to get things done. I definitely feel like this is about habits here. So right now, I feel like it is about getting into better habits, creating some routines that are going to help you to get out of a difficult energy, if that's where you've been as well. Maybe waking up at a set time every day, having a morning routine, you know, making sure you're not working all the time, making that time to rest as well. So I feel like this card is just bringing in that element of balance here, which, you know, we all know about work-life balance, but in business it's so easy to get completely out of balance and burnout. So I feel like this is just popping up to ask us to reflect on our habits at this time, the healthy habits that we're doing, do more of them, and anything unhealthy to really, you know, work on letting those go and stepping into, you know, doing things that are going to help us to move forward at this point as well. Finally, I am going to get some Starcodes Astro cards to finish. Right, so our final cards, we have got debilitated discomfort. Okay, which I feel like just tuning into some of that difficult energy that's come up in this reading. And then we've got Neptune vision, which I feel like is a really positive way to end. So let's just get some more information about these cards. So this card is just talking about, you know, this feeling of discomfort that's definitely come through this reading for an energy that you might be feeling at this time. And it can get to the point where you actually feel debilitated because of the levels of discomfort that are coming up, just the amount that is coming up to be healed at this time, okay? You're being challenged to grow in ways that you haven't even dreamed of at this time. And you're being asked to diversify, to stretch yourself. And it's up to you if you feel like you can take this challenge right now. It might be that you just health-wise or for other reasons just feel like you cannot do this right now, and that's fine. But if you can work through this at this time, I feel like you're gonna just step into a whole new level. And this is just asking you to love yourself and appreciate what you bring to the table when nobody else notices. So it's backing yourself, even if you're not getting a lot of positive feedback, the likes, the shares, all of that external validation as well. It's just talking about slipping into that energy of self-pity and self-doubt again. Something here about redefining your definition of success at this time as well. It might be that you've been living by a definition of success that is right for other people but might not be right for you. And it could be time to just challenge that and give yourself another definition of what success is for you. Doesn't necessarily mean lowering your standards, but it could just be that success to you is having a six-figure business or working yourself into the ground all the time. It's a lot more about a healthy balance for you and being able to like live a joyful life. It doesn't mean like necessarily needing to be rich and famous, if that makes sense. And just being in this discomfort at this time, because that by doing that, you're going to gain new skills. You're going to learn so much. There's something here about making new contacts as well. By feeling discomfort or uncomfortable and putting yourself out there, maybe this could be linked in with the public speaking as well. That's going to help to bring you new contacts. So doing things that you don't feel particularly comfortable with, but is going to expand you and take you to the next level as well. But I think that is going to bring you these soul clients and increase your confidence. I feel like that's definitely linked into the public speaking as well. And then finally, we've got Neptune coming out, which is all about vision. I feel like this card is linking in to the big message we had about your sacred message, about getting your message out there, refining your message at this time. And it's also touching on the Aries trailblazing card. So, you know, your big vision, what you're here to do, you know, it's a great time to refine that vision, especially if you're watching this during Mercury retrograde, which supports that energy. The energy of Neptune is very much about spirituality, mysticism, and there's an energy of escapism here as well. So it could well be that right now, because things are difficult, you are maybe wanting to escape, wanting to kind of be in that dream world, not wanting to deal with reality, which would make complete sense if things are difficult. It's all about fantasy, illusion, and confusion. There's a big energy here around hopes and dreams as well, and spiritual enlightenment. So linked in with the discomfort card, it could well be that you're being put through the ringer at this time just to push you to the next levels. So you're going into a new phase of enlightenment as well. It's all about dreams, using your imagination, trusting your intuition, and taking a soulful approach at this time. So with this being the final message, I feel like this is an overall message to really bring your intuition and your imagination into things at the minute. It's not just about your brain and your ideas and your rational mind. It's about bringing the two together. Things might not be as they appear. Things might not be as bad as they seem, okay? It could be that you're just viewing them in a negative way because of things that have gone on. But it's really going to help you at this time to tune into your intuition, imagination, and dreams, because they're going to give you a deep level of clarity that can't be accessed through your rational mind, okay? So it's not about ignoring your daily responsibilities. Yes, we've got to do the things that we need to do, but this is about stepping into mystical energy, magical energy. This is about meditating, studying spiritual subjects, and connecting with art, connecting with things that are going to bring you peace and inspiration. And that isn't slacking off or being lazy. That's just really going to help you to up level at this time. So you may be being pulled to study new spiritual modalities, and that's absolutely fine. The message here is that life has its ebbs and flows, okay? A huge theme of this reading. And I feel like what's happening now is that it's a time of great healing, and it's offering you the opportunity to perceive any harmful tendencies you might have and work on releasing them, okay? What habits do you have? What, linked into the 6th house, what things have you been doing which haven't been helping you move forward? You know, it could be addictive habits. You know, we can get addicted to all sorts of things, food, playing games, just anything that's going to help us to escape reality. So it's just about getting, you know, being honest with yourself about anything like that as well. Neptune's the planet of mysticism, magic, and the muse. It takes 165 years for Neptune to complete one cycle. Where Neptune is in our chart reveals what we might instinctively ignore, avoid. So it is things that we don't want to deal with, don't want to, you know, we just want to put in a box and not deal with. So I feel like this is tying in with discomfort. It's really time to shine a light on the things that you're doing that aren't helping you. Heal them, let them go, and that is going to move you on to the next level completely. And also doing that, being very compassionate with yourself at this time as well, because the energies have been so harsh. You know, like a lot of people feel like giving up right now. From what I've seen online, from reading about other people's experiences, people on a spiritual path have been very, very challenged. So I feel like this is reflected in the discomfort card. But then, you know, keeping that vision that you have, you've got that vision for a reason. You're a trailblazer, you have a sacred message, and there are lots of people who want to help you, mentors, accountability partners, these new soul clients that want to come in, having a clear out of these people just to raise your energy, using journaling at this time for the next few weeks really to help ground you and support you work through difficult emotions, anger, frustration as well. Because you are a trailblazer, you have a message and it needs to be heard. And I think if you're not doing that, you're going to feel frustrated. So I feel like this is the last push before you step into that new level of getting yourself out there, being recognized. And this is just talking about the last bits of healing to do at this time to get to that level. So I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I really loved the repeated messages coming out, how cards were touching other cards, which were giving, you know, the same message. So I think there was a lot of synchronicity there. Let me know in the comments if this is relevant or this is resonating with you. And don't forget to like and subscribe for future readings. I've put the information in the description just about the business readings that I offer, business oracle readings, and also business astrology readings as well. My coaching, intuitive business coaching, which combines oracle and tarot, business astrology, and human design as well. If you're looking for some more in-depth support, mentor, somebody to help guide you through this crazy roller coaster of business. And yeah, I will see you in the next reading. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.